I'm thinking about friction these days. I read about friction in my current favorite business book called What a Unicorn Knows by my friends and colleagues Matthew May and Pablo Dominguez. Now, friction, I'm going to read some quotes here, is the omnipresent physical force produced whenever moving parts rub against each other. And friction is resistance that you experience when you're trying to make progress. So let's look at some examples you might experience in your day-to-day lives. Maybe you're ready to buy a brand new car. You've done all the research. You go to the dealership and then you sit around for 2 hours waiting through paperwork. You're like ready to pay your money, but they've delayed that value for you. Now, what about endless phone trees? I was on a call with a company today where they, told me I'd be on hold for 5 minutes. I was actually on hold for 17 minutes and they kept transferring me around. That is friction. Oh, and what about this happened to me last week? I went to the doctor's office and I filled out my name, address, and details over and over again on separate forms. Like, why can't they just pre-populate that stuff? So it's delaying you getting to your destination, getting to value. Now, let's talk about some business-to-business examples. Maybe onboarding never ends. Maybe a customer's promised 3 months, but it's taking twice as long. Your products are so hard to use, and it requires excessive learning so they can get to any value or adoption. Manual processes that your teams are stuck in that take them away from customer engagement. And maybe here's an example of a company I'm working with. Their renewal process involves 12 different systems. So how much does it actually cost them to renew a customer, and how long is a customer waiting for that? And not having a 360-degree view of the customer, so customers are getting this very disjointed experience. Now, sources of friction include being more focused internally than on your customer. Siloed teams, systems that don't talk to each other, endless surveys, your focus on your processes, your focus on your internal systems, and not delivering that seamless journey for customers. And seamless means, you don't have the friction. There's harmony, it's orchestrated. And when there is friction, that means value is delayed. And when value is delayed, then you may mean value is lost and you lose that customer. So you want to remove the drag that would prevent or dissuade your customers from buying or using your products or service. So how do we remove friction? Now, this is a direct quote from the book. There is no logical reason to avoid immersing yourself in the customer experience with data and, when possible and appropriate, beyond the data. So you need to be ruthlessly honest about that customer experience, not just thinking, well, we have this system, it's in place. You need to know in their words and their feelings what it's like from their experience. Now, for example, I work with many companies where their users may be business to business, but the users are not technical and really require more of a business to consumer type of experience. And so all that kind of business focused stuff is such high friction that adoption is low. You really need to break down internal silos and bring those internal teams together focused on the customer and ensure that you deliver value as quickly as possible. So to dive deeper, I highly, highly recommend the book, What a Unicorn Knows, and let me know how I can help you.